Previously on the Mundane and the Arcane.
So our three adventurers managed to make their way through the passage of Grendelah. They saw a few onkegs and some ghosts fight it out. They sort of joined in the fight. They passed by a mushroom kingdom, put the guards to sleep, and then continued on their way, and then managed to finally get their way through this war-torn passage and make their way to Oxleal. So our three adventurers have made their way out of this ancient war tunnel. You set up camp. Nothing bothered you throughout the night. You are back in the kingdom of Oxleal. What would you like to do?
Okay, so we traveled since last time?
You all went to sleep at the entrance of the cavern, or the exit of the cavern, I guess.
Right.
You would say.
Okay, so that's technically Oxleal.
Yes, you are all now in the country of Oxleal, which is your home place and Zenko's.
Okay.
Zenko's going to turn to Gronk and ask, so which way is your home?
Gronk's going to kind of look around.
Go ahead and give me a history check with advantage.
Okay.
Like pick up some grass and let it go in the air. Taste
you
the
gotta
dirt.
taste the grass
He's
first.
going to eat the grass, of course.
With advantage.
And you said a history, right?
Yes.
The advantage of eating that grass is fiber.
Gronk got a 15.
Okay. Gronk, you do know basically from your family's history, this geography, there is an old war town. You're not really sure why it's considered a war town because it's very out of the way, called Orbalar.
Orbalar?
Orbalar. And it's probably not terribly far away.
Okay, and I know which direction Orbalar is?
Based on your check, yeah. You figure it's about 10 to 12 hours march from this mountain range. You do know the weird thing about Orbalar is that there's an oasis that exists there, which is a little weird. Like, there's no running streams. There's no water that seems to fulfill it. It is way too prominent to be just like a well. So you know that this town is about 10 to 12 hours away.
And, I mean, do we have to go through that to get home?
You're in kind of a weird pocket of the mountains, as far as you can tell. The most of Oxleal is pretty open and barren. It's surrounded by mountain ranges, but you're in a little bit of a pocket, and this town is kind of the way out into the rest of the country.
Well, okay, so there is a war town, Obalar. Zenko, do you know anything about this?
Give me a random intelligence check.
Yeah. 7.
You have never heard of this town in your life.
I'm sorry, Gronk. I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right. Well, I have like a pretty good idea on how to get there. It's an old war town, and yeah, I think that should probably be our first pass through.
Lead the way, friend.
Yeah, man, I'm with you. I'm gonna go wherever you want, even though, like, I think something got in my lungs when I was in that tunnel, and my voice sounds like this right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of like ancient shit.
I mean, this is my livelihood, so you know.
Well, and you should probably protect it a little better then, don't you
You-
think?
I
Maybe
mean,
maybe exercise some vocal rest.
I should probably wear one of them. What do they call them? The Bagan mask, made by the powerful a necromancer, Zach Bagans.
Oh, man,
Anywho.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
So,
Or Deacon, you could always refrain from talking so much to rest your voice.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
fair.
there's that. Yeah, for
Ah.
sure.
That's fair. A lot of that cave dust though got in there. I think I might have the asthma.
get out. Get out of your house. All
Is Lord of the
right.
Flies too much of a deep cut for you, Matt?
Nate, Deacon takes 7 points of damage.
it takes psychic damage.
As you all continue,
Well, hold on. I feel like we need to pack up our stuff first.
you definitely
need to pick
do.
up-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gronk's going to pack up his stuff. He's going to kind of look at that hand-drawn picture again
Mhm.
and gently place it in his bag.
By the way, you did not get any further messages, Gronk.
Yeah, I figured that I probably would have heard them if I did.
Right. Yeah, you did not.
Maybe
and
I just don't have a voicemail set up for my incoming messages. So whenever I'm asleep, I can't get any.
Forget you don't know how to delete your voicemails, and so it's just full all the time.
Sorry, Gronk's voicemail is full.
While the boys continue packing up, Zenko's gonna pet Winky.
Yeah, Deke's pretty much always ready to go.
I'm just glad that Zenko remembered Winky was here before.
Yeah,
Deacon
no,
did.
Should
I knew
roll
Winky
with-
was
with
here.
ad-
I've
should I
been
roll
feeding him
animal
and shit.
handling with advantage.
You know what? Give me an animal handling check, Zenko.
With advantage for remembering Winky.
No, because this is the first time you remembered Winky. We'll give you just straight up roll.
That's a 16.
God fucking damn it. Are you
Because I have-
serious?
I have +6 animal handling. I'm a nature cleric. Dahoy.
Winky is now Zenko's.
I will fucking fight Zenko.
That would be if I rolled a 20.
Winky
16
does.
is just Winky gets happy.
Yeah, Winky does take to Zenko
Yay.
for a
Who's
little
a good
bit.
boy? Who's a good boy?
And then after, it's almost like petting a cat. After a few too many rubs, Winky just disappears
yeah.
and then appears 20 feet later and eventually finds their way back up to Deacon and seems to be more amicable towards you.
Yay.
Hey man, what's going on down there? Why are you letting her pet you? I mean, it's cool and all, but like, you know, I feed you and shit. I got you. I got you. You ready? You ready to roll out? I got all your shit packed up, so we're good to go. I don't know.
Gronk's got his shit in his bag and he's ready to go.
All right, let's do this.
I don't know why
Hey,
that was
y'all,
a
that
question.
stink.
Because what does Winky have to pack up?
Food?
I've got his food and his bowl.
You always have that.
I know. I said I packed up
Droppings.
his stuff.
Anyway, go. What was that?
It's droppings because he's got to pick up his shit.
I'm not
Ow.
picking it up.
Nobody gives a shit about
He's a,
this.
he's
This
a
is
blink dog.
D&D.
It disappears.
It blinks into the ether.
All right. I do want Zenko and Gronk to go ahead and give me a survival check.
It's a dirty 20.
Ooh. That would be. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. That would be a dirty 24.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, there's
Yeah,
no natural
obviously.
24.
So
I just wanted to say dirty.
as you are progressing down this mountain, originally it's kind of Gronk giving the directions, saying like, because he somewhat knows the area and he's logistically going through what makes sense in what he's been taught by his mother. But eventually there are points where Zenko actually, you jump in and kind of reveal the path that's a little bit easier to walk down. It just looks a little bit harder at first. You do make it down the mountain in a fairly good amount of time. As you walk down, you're going, like, as you get to the base of the mountain, it looks like Oxleal. It is fairly barren. I mean, there's rock outcroppings, but there's no like major forests or anything. You start to crest over a ridge around, I would say, 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And looking down, you do see, you've heard of it. It's a big lake in a desertish area. Like, this looks like an oasis. And about a quarter mile away, you see a city full, like fully palisaded up. Everybody go ahead and give me perception checks.
That would be a 21 for Zenko.
23 for Deke.
Gronk got an 18.
Okay, so you all see it. This city that's about a quarter mile away, you see, is brightly lit by torches, even though it's just coming up to dusk. You notice that the front gate is closed, and all around it seem to be war camps.
Gronk's gonna kneel down into the sand, take both his hands and like scoop it up, and then let the sand fall through his fingers as he watches it.
As you contemplate the sand, I suppose,
Mm-hmm.
a little, you're like delving a little bit more into like your military history, you kind of notice that these war camps, there's only one tent, and the rest just seems to be bodies that are progressively moving towards the walls. And that seems very weird as a war strategy.
Okay. Can I tell what this army is?
You're still about an hour away,
So no.
so not yet.
Okay.
If you would like to move closer, you can.
Gronk's gonna turn to the other two and, hey guys. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Should we kind of stay on the perimeter and kind of watch to see what happens?
I think that's a good idea.
I mean, this place looks pretty lit. I could just, sneak on in. I could sneak in. I could scope it out.
Well, let's do this. Let's move a little closer. But not get too close. There's not a whole lot that's going to be able to disguise us here.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just rub some dirt on me and like stick in the shadows or something.
What shadows?
Shadows. Man, this place is pretty lit. There's gonna be shadows.
All right. Dusk begins to settle. So there are deeper shadows.
Because it's so lit.
Yeah. You dick. You guys move about another 40 minutes closer. As you get closer, you notice that everything that's trying to attack these walls doesn't seem very organized. And upon closer investigation, it looks like they're basically trying to destroy the walls with their bodies.
That's odd.
Gross. It sounds like a R. Kelly music video.
So you guys are still, I mean, a little bit under a mile. I would say 3/4 of a mile, maybe half a mile away. You start to notice that like whatever's attacking this town seems like it's just throwing bodies at the wall. Like
and we still can't tell what they are.
at this distance, no. You're still a good half mile out.
Jeez, I guess we should get in a little closer.
I mean, what do you guys want to do? Because I don't want to go like too close because we'll be outnumbered.
We got to get close enough to see what's doing it, and because it's not like it's an endless supply. I mean, they're gonna run out of bodies hitting the wall, right?
Hey, Matt, what manner of bodies are they?
It's a good question. You are like half to 3/4 of a mile away. It's a little hard to tell.
So we gotta get closer. Let's stick in the tree line.
There is no tree.
There is no tree line.
I know.
It's Oxwheel.
All right.
The
All right.
cactus line.
I got this.
We're gonna act like we're tumbleweeds.
Everybody stand real. We're gonna cover ourselves with mud like Predator.
There's no mud, it's sand.
And I'm a spit.
We have to pee and spit in the mud to get in the sand to get it wet enough to make mud, and I don't think we got enough of either.
All right, so
All right,
I hate
so
all of this.
So do y'all move closer?
yeah,
Or do y'all try and like
Well,
skirt
hang on.
around? Or
We're
Deeks-
skirting around.
Deke's gonna look at the other two, at Zenko and Gronk, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, I can get closer. You guys stay back here. I can get closer and see what them things are. Because, I mean, that's weird shit, right?
We'll watch your back.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
I'm swift of foot.
Gronk just sits down in the sand.
If they start coming after me, I'll come back on my own as fast as I can, and we can just fight and retreat back into the cave or whatever, and they'll get stuck in like the fucking vines or whatever.
Cool, go.
right.
Gronk's doodling in the sand with his finger.
all right. So
Gronk.
Deacon, you're gonna try and approach.
Yeah, as Deke
Right.
walks away though, he's gonna like look at Gronk and do like a middle finger, but like shield it with his body.
And nobody saw it
Nobody sees
except the audience.
except for the
Gronk
audience.
is not paying attention. He's
Okay.
literally writing his name in the sand.
So Deacon, you approach.
Yes.
Do you have something that you're doing to make yourself seem more approachable, or
Well, no, I mean like these things are throwing themselves at the body. They're preoccupied with the wall, right?
at this distance? Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of like stick to whatever shadows I can, and like try to camouflage myself in with like the surroundings.
All right.
I'm gonna keep a distance. Like I'm not approaching fucking anybody, but I want to get close enough to see what there is.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
All right, it's a 10.
Oh,
Depends what you needed.
Oh fuck me! That's,
okay.
I rolled a 4 and I've got a plus 6, and I was like,
from staying super far, as you said, 10's what you needed.
all right,
As you approach, you get closer. You see that everybody that is throwing themselves at this wall is wearing some form of like clothing or armor. But as you get a better look, they're all skeletons.
cool.
And you can just barely hear off in the distance. It's time to get them now, boys. No, throw them over the wall. Nope, drop the ladder. Nope.
Okay. So I'm gonna come back to everybody and kind of relay what I see.
Are there people fighting back on the other side of the wall?
Yeah, I mean they're like kind of fighting them off, but like they're not really making headway. They're defending their wall pretty good.
Let's get them.
Get who? They're doing a
This-
pretty good job. I mean, we could hang out here.
I mean,
It's kind of like nighttime, and like I'm expecting that like these things only attack at night.
is it nighttime?
It's duskish.
Yeah.
You're looking at a little
Okay.
bit after dusk
Like-
at the moment.
I don't think this is gonna be like a constant attack, like all day, all night. Like this is probably just a thing that starts happening at night, goes through the night for some amount of hours, you know, why don't we just like hang out here? We'll be safe, and like, check it out in the morning.
Keep an eye out just in case.
Did you get a head count?
No, I did not. It was a
Can-
lot, many.
Can you go back and get a head count?
It was many. I'm not good at counting groups larger than 50.
So you're saying there's at least 50.
Well, like the thing is that once I get to 50, I run out of fingers and toes.
Wait,
You can kind of get a head count from this vantage point. It looks like somewhere between 500 to 1,000.
Jesus. Okay, yeah, we do not want to go in there. I was thinking like maybe 50 or 20.
Well,
My imagination's weird.
we don't have the manpower to go in and fight a large group like that.
Let's hold back and see what happens.
Yeah, like let's just like hang out and shit.
All right. Gronk gonna continue doodling in the sand, I guess.
Okay. Throughout the night, it looks like the fight continues all the way up until morning.
Before we rest, Deke's gonna cast Liamon's tiny hut, which makes this like super strong dome around us. We'll get into it later where it's like super important if like somebody attacks us, but like it makes a dome around us.
You're
it's
impervious.
Nice.
yeah, we're impervious. It's like a 10-foot like dome, like radius dome or whatever.
Yeah.
Or diameter. It might be diameter.
I think it's a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
But
So it's
either
like a 20-foot dome.
Yeah.
Essentially.
During first shift, which Gronk has taken, you do notice that part of the wall actually breaks and falls inward. And then after about 5 minutes seems to be like roughshodly put back up. And that's about an hour into your shift.
Okay. So I can imagine that he sees the wall go down and he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And then he
Yeah.
sees it go back up and he's like, okay, I'm not sure what to think about this now.
Mm. So you don't say anything to anybody else?
No, because I mean, if I saw it go back up, I would be like, okay, I guess I got it.
Okay. Everybody else's shift seems to go more or less without incident. As you continue to watch this fight, you've seen a lot of like small bales of fire get launched over the edge. You definitely catch the occasional glimpse of like an arrow or something glinting in firelight and twilight that hits this opposing force. It looks like maybe 1/10 of them have been destroyed by the time daylight breaks.
And are they surrounding like the entire perimeter, or is it just like one wall that they're focused on?
It looks like there's a concentration of forces closer to your side, but it does look like the skeletal forces are encapsulating the entire wall. It seems more focused on your side.
Give us a little bit more description on this oasis that you're talking about.
Okay. About a quarter mile southeast of this town, there is an oasis. You've heard of this town that kind of sprung up around it. It honestly looks like one of the most generic holes you've ever seen. It almost looks like a perfect circle for some reason, which feels a little weird. Usually an oasis just fills up whatever hole it springs into, but for some reason this one feels a little more circular.
So you're suggesting someone formed it with some sort of tool.
God damn it, Stacy.
That was so good. Fuck me, that was so good.
You're welcome.
I was trying to work in a Maynard reference, but that was so fucking good, Stacy.
I hate my
should
life.
be a dad.
As far as the Oasis goes, it looks like a watering hole,
Nice.
especially from, 3/4 of a mile away.
So how? Okay, 3/4 of a mile. Hey guys,
Yeah.
let's go to the Oasis.
That sounds like a good idea. There's not much we can do over here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. I'll just go. I don't care.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go over there.
Everybody go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Zenko rolls a 4 with a -1.
Deke got a 19.
That's a total of 4.
Fucking Gronk got a dirty 21.
Zenko's like tripping over shit.
Luckily, it's a group check.
Cursing. Oh, good.
Zenko does manage to this isn't her usual Oxleal terrain, and she feels like she's at home, but then kind of trips, and does that a few times. Eventually, starts to get her feet. You do manage to make your way towards the Oasis. You guys are about a 1/4 mile away from the town, and there is the attacking force that, as you look around, does seem to still be attacking.
Well, shit.
I'm going to check out the water a little bit closer.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
It seems crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
No sand, no dust, no silt, nothing.
That's weird.
Gronk's gonna look at the other two. He's gonna jump in.
Okay, that's a bad idea. I was going to use Liamon's tiny pH balance checker, but you jump right in. Fuck it, whatever.
You jump in?
Yeah, Gronk jumps in.
Go ahead and give me a constitution check.
11.
It's the most crystal clear water you've ever swam in.
He's gonna drink a little bit of it.
It is the purest water. It feels so refreshing when you drink it.
Can I see the bottom?
Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
I rolled an
Chris.
18 and then a 3. Thanks, Matt, for the disadvantage.
I mean, it's not a super shallow oasis. It supports a town. Unfortunately, no, you cannot see the bottom.
Okay.
It's just a little bit murky. It looks like it gets a little bit dirtier the farther down it goes.
What's the temperature like?
Air temperature. It literally feels like, I would say, probably about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than the Oxleal air.
How hot is it outside?
This hour of the morning, I would say about 75 degrees. So
Is it cloudy? Like partly cloudy?
No, not a lot of clouds
what's
actually come to Oxleal.
What's the barometric pressure right now?
Jesus
3.
Christ.
Jesus,
What
that's
is this?
low.
What is
don't fucking
the
know.
what is the Oxleal 8-day forecast?
Dry with no clouds in the sky.
And a slight chance of meatballs.
Yeah.
Hey guys, the water's pretty nice. If you want to drink some, it's pretty good.
It literally actually tastes better than every water you've ever tasted.
I mean, this is better
Yeah.
than the cave water that I have in my pack. So
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess,
Zenko takes a drink and fills her water skin.
yeah,
It-
same.
Yeah.
And then she kinda
it tastes
just-
like super pure water. Like
Like Aquafina.
it tastes like it's been through 8 Brita filters. I don't know. It tastes absolutely like the cleanest thing you've ever drank.
It's like
Nice.
medical grade.
Yeah. It's medical grade water.
Gronk is gonna swim down as far as he thinks he can to try to get like a little bit of a better understanding of how deep this goes.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check. And Zenko, what were you saying?
Yeah, while Gronk's doing that, the water just looks so refreshing, and Zenko feels disgusting, and she shrugs, strips down, and jumps into the pool
All right.
and starts swimming.
Gronk got a dirty 20
Ooh,
on his athletics.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception, not that great. It is a 6.
You only had to meet a 5 with that athletics check.
Wow.
All
Okay.
right. At the bottom of the Oasis, you find, like, as you're kind of swimming through and trying to find the bottom, and then you realize it goes a little bit farther down, and it seems like this. As you're looking around, it seems like this hole was intentionally dug. And then at the very bottom, you find it looks like a decanter that's been turned on its side.
I'm going to grab it and go back to the surface.
Okay. You take it up to the surface.
Yeah.
Okay. The second you pull it out of the water,
Uh-huh.
water starts shooting out of the decanter.
What the fuck is going on? He puts it back in the water.
And it just, I mean, do you like drop it or do you just
No,
put
I
it
just
on the
like
water?
put it in the water.
Okay. It doesn't appear to be like changing the water level or anything.
Then he takes it out.
It starts shooting out water again.
He puts it back in the water.
It doesn't do anything.
Okay, when he takes it out of the water, does anything happen to the lake?
Nah.
Okay.
Nothing visible.
Hey,
At what velocity would you say this water is coming out? Like fire hose or
jeez.
Imagine, I would say like your hose out of your house
Mhm.
without a hose on it and turned up.
like turned up full blast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's spraying everywhere. It's just going all over the place.
Okay. There wasn't like a top to go on it.
No.
like a stopper.
Yeah.
You didn't notice
Okay.
one when you were down there.
I'm going to put it like onto the shore, but with like the top of it still in the water, like lean it over and put it in the water.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go to my bag and see if there's something in my bag that I can plug it with.
Okay. What do you have in your bag?
I don't know. Let's open the bag and find out.
He's got
Swiggity swag. What's in the bag?
I've got some
It's totally
soap.
not where I thought this session was going. I love it.
what caltrips. He's got caltrips and ball bearings.
Fucking caltrips into the fucking bag of eternal water. Oh, it's eternal caltrip water.
Hey, so I want to.
Wait, I got it. I'm going to take out my water bag that I have. I'm going to put it in the water bag
Okay.
and let it fill up. And then once it submerges itself in its own water, it's going to stop, right?
No, it was
Is that what you try to do?
Yes.
Okay. As he does this, it fills up your water skin, and then you wait for like a half a breath, and then water starts squirting out the side.
goddamn.
Like there's too much pressure.
too much pressure.
Oi, Gronk, just put his back.
I got a question.
Okay.
So, with the amount of pressure that this is squirting water out of it, would
Mhm.
I possibly be able to ride it?
No, it's water hose pressure.
No.
Okay. I was just thinking, like, maybe I could fucking jet ski over to the city and, like, do, like, a sweet jump and some flips into the city. That plan is gone. Okay. So, Deke's gonna look at Gronk and be like, "Hey, man, like, I think that's where this whole lake came from. I think this thing is the Oasis."
Yeah, and I'm trying to contain it.
Yeah, but
No,
like,
leave it here.
yeah, this does not belong to us.
This water is fucking good, guys.
Gronk,
If-
people rely on this water.
If you
But
take
it's not going. It's not going away though. So
no, but
It just
eventually
keeps
it will.
clean.
If you take this, it's gonna take more from these people than what it would be worth to you.
or maybe I can give it to them and they can have it inside their palace.
They fucking have it. They put it here.
Gronk, put it back.
I mean, I don't think you guys are understanding like what's going on here, because I sure as hell don't. So
Hey, so
Put
look,
it back.
look, man. There's a balance. There's a balance to fucking everything. If we take this, these people die.
I mean, we don't know that for sure though. So.
These people have survived in this rocky, deserty area because of this. Every single one of these people would either die or they would leave. You're taking a source of life from them.
I mean, we don't necessarily know that, but okay. So he tosses it back in.
Ugh.
He throws the.
Is there like a waterway into the city?
You could swim and find out.
Done.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check followed by a perception check.
That's a dirty 5.
Are you adding your jack of all trades, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 3 and I have a +2.
Are you proficient in athletics?
No.
Go ahead.
But well, I mean, I'm like that's my half proficiency.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
And then I just rolled an 11 with perception, so that's a modified 19.
You don't find any waterways into the city, unfortunately.
But I saw real good.
You did. You just didn't swim so good.
Fair.
Zenko, would you like to take a shot at finding a waterway into the city?
Sure. I guess. I'll
That's
dive down.
It's athletics
check.
followed by perception.
I can only imagine that she like dives down and Gronk sees bare ass and he's like, "Hold on, what happened?"
Well, yeah, she is bare-assed because she didn't want to get her armor wet.
Is she like flashing her butthole like a cat?
Gotta wash the dust off. Oh my god. No, she doesn't trust you guys enough yet.
Just don't sit on glass.
Okay, so athletics check is a 14.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
12.
Fortunately, you do not find anything that looks like it isn't just part of this oasis.
Well, satisfied with a swim and having gotten all that extra dust and grime and shit off.
Especially from
Zenko-
traveling through the tunnel for a few
Yeah.
days. Yeah.
Exactly. Zenko climbs out and shakes off, takes a little like towel or blanket and pats herself dry and gets back into her armor and clothing.
Everybody give me a perception check real quick.
Nope.
Natural 20. Natural
Nice.
20.
Good.
Good, because Gronk got real bad. He got a 7.
16 for Deke. I had to re-roll because when I picked up my dice to look at it, it fell out of my hand.
Gronk was a little distracted. He's like
Yep.
shielding his eyes, and he's like,
Yeah, no, Gronk
No.
is totally like trying to not look at Zenko in any kind of inappropriate manner.
And Zenko couldn't give two shits.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, Deke's like, naked lady, whatever.
Deacon, you hear a cry coming from inside the wall. A little bit more dramatic than that.
That's the best I can do right now.
That's fine.
"Thank God."
That's fairly accurate. Zenko, with a natural 20, you actually hear a lot of different shouts, but above them all, you hear, "No, my boy, no!"
Shit.
You say no my boy or no my bone?
No, my boy.
Okay.
Zenko starts running toward the sound.
It sounds like it's coming from inside the walls. Like, this is weird battle shouts, but like because you rolled so high, like you actually hear an individual like mom crying for their child.
Gronk sees Zenko just take off, and he just takes off after her.
All right, so you guys are just storming the gates.
Well, Deke's going to
Fuck
grab
it.
her clothes and shit first and run after them.
Oh,
All right.
did,
So is Zenko naked at this point?
no, Zenko had gotten
No.
dressed. I had mentioned it.
Okay.
Pay
Yeah,
attention.
Zenko's
my bad.
fully armored and good
Okay.
to go. All her
All right.
shit is on her.
Okay, never mind.
So y'all rushing towards the front gates or just like the walls?
Deke's gonna
What
run
is-
straight up to like. Is the gate where like the thickest amount of people, like the skeletons, are?
Yeah, it seems to be where they're still assaulting.
Shit.
Where are they a peppering? I got bad jokes too, guys.
God damn it.
We're seasoned players.
Oh no.
That one's good, Stacey. I like it.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. I just hate
Okay,
it.
so we should probably attack where it's not as thick so we can, make a dent.
Deke is gonna reach over and grab Gronk and go, "Shit, man, go big or go home." And I'm gonna cast enlarge on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Gronk, you get an additional D4 to your damage, and your size is increased, and a lot of your like weight capacity is definitely increased.
Yeah, so you're like twice as big.
Yeah.
But also, in that moment when I said that to him, I'm also casting bardic inspiration
How so?
Oh.
because I'm giving him like a
No.
speech.
No, how do you do it?
No, I grabbing him like, "Shit, man, go big or go home."
Oh,
Now-
okay.
Now go get him, Tiger.
Rawr. All right.
Gronk smash.
As you're
Zenko-
approaching.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
Zenko shoots sacred flame into the crowd of skeletons.
All right. Around you, there's about 20 to 30.
Yeah.
Go ahead, and I guess I need to make the dexterity saving throw.
Yes, you do.
That is a natural 2.
Oh, that's 16 points of damage.
All right. That one goes down. You still have another.
1,000 more to go.
Yep.
That's okay. I hit
All
one. I
right.
hit one.
So y'all keep charging up. Y'all are, I would say at this point, about 90 feet away.
Yeah, I mean, if anything's coming by, I guess Gronk's just gonna swing his longsword at it.
Nothing's immediately in like melee range.
Okay.
The army seems to be purely focused on the wall at this range.
Okay, well then, I'm going to cast magic missile.
Okay, I'm just casting it at a random skeleton.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
One is 2, the next one is 5, and the third one is 5.
All right, so that's 12 damage.
Yeah.
As your missiles come screaming out of your hand and start pelting into this army, into this one skeleton, it seems to blow apart. However, you do notice that part of this skeleton army seems to turn towards you. Deacon, we'll go ahead and take you up next.
All right. Deke's gonna just call out, "Hey, y'all, get me as close to the gate as you can get me. Gronk will lead the way. Zenko, you like fucking, I don't know, be dope. You're dope as shit, man. You do the dopest shit you can do. And I fucking believe in you. Gronk, I need to be as close to that fucking gate as I can get."
All
And
right, I got you.
And in saying this, I also cast Bardic Inspiration on Zenko.
Okay.
Yay.
So y'all both have D8s, I believe, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And like, is there like any of these dudes like fucking close to us?
Y'all are still like 90 feet away. Oh, well, like as you're approaching, if you double move, you'd be within 30 feet of the wall. You guys went towards not the gate. You went towards a side wall. So at this
Okay,
point,
so I've only used my bonus action, my movement, and I've spoken, which is a free action. So I'm gonna like pull my rapier out.
Okay.
And I'm going to point it at the swarm essentially around the gate.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
All right.
I'm gonna call upon the Fey King and cast Fairy Fire upon all of them. They got to beat a 15.
They got a 1 and an 8.
Nice.
Yeah, between their two groups. So yeah, you solidly hit about 15 of them within your fairy fire. Zenko, that'll bring it back up to you.
All right. Well, Deacon's trying to get to the gate, so I will. Oh, damn it! I can't touch him because he's too far away now. That's okay.
Well, I mean,
Instead-
you're running with us, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna touch Deacon and give him bark skin.
All right.
Cool. What does that give me AC wise?
That gives you. All right. You touch a willing creature until the spell ends. The target's skin has a rough bark-like appearance, and the target's AC can't be less than 16, regardless of what kind of armor it is wearing.
That's fucking dope. That gives me like a +2 to AC.
So yeah, you got 16 AC now,
Nice.
Cool.
at least.
That's cool as shit.
I believe that's probably concentration.
Yeah, up to an hour.
Okay. Just keep in mind that you can only have one concentration spell going on.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Some of them have noticed the approaching giant half orc
Roar.
and the still somewhat dripping half dragonborn half orc and Deacon.
Yeah, but I got fucking bark skin now. I look like
this fucking like weird tree person. They're like, what's a fucking tree?
I look like a weird ant. I look like if an elf fucked a tree, and this is the baby they got.
All the rolls were terrible except one. Does an 18 hit you, Gronk?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. You take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
But yeah, basically like a swath of about 5 of these skeletons start coming towards y'all, and they all start trying to grab at each of you. And the only one that actually manages to make purchase grabs onto Gronk just under his armor and manages to like dig in its fingernails before he manages to like swing them off, and kind of takes a little bit of damage on his neck. All right. So we're coming back up to the top. That would put us at Gronk.
So Gronk is just going to. You know what? Gronk is going to cast Mage Hand and see if he can like distract some of the skeletons and make them go follow it instead, and kind of like clear a path.
No, I got you. Go ahead and give me a deception check with disadvantage.
So I got a 6.
Hello.
Unfortunately, both groups rolled a 12 unmodified, and so they're up to a 13 due to their master. So.
That's fine.
Do you keep charging the wall?
Yeah.
All right. The wall itself is about 15 to 20 feet tall, and you're about 12 to 13 feet tall at this point. Yeah.
No, I have
just
plans.
so you know. Yeah.
I have plans.
All right. So you're rushing straight towards the wall, though?
Yeah. How far is 90 feet, right?
What?
No.
From the beginning of this action?
It was 90 feet at the beginning of the last one.
Okay.
You guys are about 60 feet at the start of this round.
Okay. So I guess going back, if I did double speed, I would lose the action, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's fine. I'm just going to continue on that extra 30 feet.
Okay, so you're about 30 feet away from the wall now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that will take us to Deacon.
I mean, so I'm going to just run. Like, how many, like, skeletons do I encounter? Like, how close do they get?
At this point, there are 5 that have approached y'all and are trying to claw at this big half orc that seems to be like almost a siege weapon approaching the wall.
But they're not on me?
No.
All right, cool. I'm going to use lightning lure and like just zap one and go, get over here.
All right.
And zap him over to me.
Is it a saving throw on my end, I believe?
Yes. It's a strength and it has to be 12.
That's a natural 6. Anyway.
All right. So I pull him over and he takes 2d8 damage.
And the noise he makes as he gets dragged over is,
That's not a noise.
it's a fucking skeleton.
You just put your hands in the air. Okay. That's 10 damage.
Cool. It seems to almost like fall apart as it's being drawn towards you, but like its torso still seems to be intact and one of its arms as well as the head. Like the rest of it seemed to have fallen apart.
Okay.
And that like kind of weird one-armed torso seems to be trying to claw its way towards you.
Cool.
Zenko, you are up.
Where is the rest of the thicket of the skeletons?
They seem to be surrounding the town mostly, and then the largest percentage of them are definitely at the gate.
Where is the gate in reference to us?
About 450, 480 feet.
Fuck. How many skeletons are near us? Only 5?
Those are the ones that broke off from the wall. There's
Okay.
still a solid like 50 at the wall.
So I'm gonna turn toward the undead that are on the wall,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast Turn Undead.
All right. And I believe
Same.
that is a wisdom saving throw on their part.
Yep, they gotta beat a 14.
All right. Rolling surprisingly well. 4 of them seem to resist. However, there's about 26 that seem to disperse and flee in opposite directions of you. 2 of them that didn't resist are still on Gronk. And then there's 2 that seem to be purely focused on the wall, and everybody else seems to be fleeing away from you.
Nice.
So is this like a total of 2 or 2 groups?
This is 2 on you, Gronk, and 2 on the wall.
So 4 total.
4 total.
Okay.
Everybody else seems to have been dispersed and running away within the range of her Turn Undead spell.
Okay.
Her ability. That will bring us to their turn. And so the 2 that are attacking Gronk, does a 15 hit you?
Yes.
Don't believe a 10 does.
Nope.
All right. So you take 5 points of damage, Gronk, as another one seems to, almost as you're like barging through towards the wall, it grabs onto your calf and its fingernails seem to dig into your skin and seem to peel it away a little bit.
Hold on. It's a skeleton. How does it have fingernails?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I'm just
It has
curious.
It's
Finger-
bony
yes.
protrusions that dig into his calf.
It's got a bunion.
Bony finger spikes.
The 2 that are on the wall suddenly turn towards Deacon.
No.
Fucking bring it. I will
just
destroy
fucking
them.
Let's see if they actually notice you guys. So they keep trying to scramble over the wall as if they're just mindless puppets trying to attack a rock. Like, that will bring us back up to the top to Gronk.
So Gronk is 30 feet away
Yes.
from the wall.
Does enlarged
Deacon-
person increase his movement speed?
Speed should be the same.
Okay. Cool. Just curious.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Greg.
it's just like size. They
And they
They-
get a D4. Yeah.
yeah, they go from they add a D4, but they go from like if they're large, they go to like giant or whatever.
Yeah.
They move up a class in size.
All right, Gronk, go ahead.
Okay. Gronk is going to grab Deacon and continue to charge at the wall. And he's going to just fucking dunk Deacon over the wall.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Deacon, are you willing to be dunked?
Probably not. But
All right, go ahead and give me an athletics check to escape his grasp.
Gronk got a
Oh,
25.
fail.
Nice.
Please fail.
It's athletics,
Acrobatics.
acrobatics. I got better acrobatics.
I mean, it's technically athletics or acrobatics, but I think you're acrobatics.
I mean,
is higher.
that's a 17, so while it's
with,
close.
with a 25, you get scooped up by Gronk and tossed over the wall.
Like you're scoring 2 points for the Monstars over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I believe that's your move, your action. Do you have anything you want to do with your bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Zenko and like kind of squat down and like put my hands together, like I'm gonna hoist her over the wall and be like,
You're gonna Harlem Globetrotters her to like, all right. That'll bring us to Deacon. You are plummeted over a wall.
I'm gonna cast Feather Fall.
All right, so you fall harmlessly to the ground. You are on the opposing side with, as you look around, it's probably more dwarves than you've ever seen in your life in one place. And there's a few up on the wall. There's a few that seem to be like down below the fences that seem to be like ready to take care of stuff. You look behind you into the streets and you see primarily like, you see the occasional like dwarf and human, but like, or you see the occasional like human and dragonborn, but it's like it's dwarves just running in mass mostly.
I absolutely love the visual of all these dwarves sitting inside this castle area and just see fucking Deacon Mary Poppins' ass all the way down.
I love it.
As they come down, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm cool. I'm not a skeleton. I mean, you can see it, right, man? I'm not a skeleton. I'm actually Deacon Bishop of the Grand Bishops. Of the Grand Bishops. Please do not kill me or my friends that are coming over this wall because we're here to help.
All right, that's 6 seconds.
I feel like it was about 6 seconds.
Yeah, it was like more like 10, but it's fine.
Your turn.
Zenko, it is your turn. You have basically scared off most of the skeletons.
Well,
There's still a couple that are kind of trying. Well, Gronk ran out of their attack range, and there's a couple that are still on the wall.
And
yeah.
Gronk is just staring at you, squatting down with his hands together, ready to hoist you over the wall.
Zenko shrugs, considers those couple skeletons useless, goes over to Gronk and stands on his hands and says, "Just place me on the wall so I have a better vantage point."
And he does that.
Sweet.
All right. You are willing?
Yeah.
I'm going to give Gronk advantage when he tries to dunk you, essentially.
Well,
I'm
he's
like
kind of
lifting
more
her
going
up
to
and
toss me
putting her
up.
like on top of the
I know,
wall.
but you already did that for
Yeah.
Deacon on your turn. This is her turn.
Okay.
She's coming up to you and basically getting herself ready.
Yep.
They did not take their reaction when Gronk ran away, so Zenko does a 19 and a 6. Those are the two attacks against you. I'm assuming a 19 hits. All right.
Yeah.
All right. 2 whole damage.
Oh no! Whatever shall I do?
The 2 other skeletons on the wall,
Ew.
and a natural 2, still seem oblivious. They're still trying to scale the wall. Gronk, it is your turn. Do you scoop her over?
Yeah.
You know, I will say, give me an athletics check. I will make it your bonus action since she spent her whole turn basically setting it up.
I mean, that's a 25.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
So-
You gently set her on the other side of the palisade.
And then I hop over.
Okay, go ahead and give me another athletics check.
That is 16.
That will be enough with your height, Gronk, as you're climbing over this palisade and the wooden boards are creaking underneath you. You notice to your left and right, like these dwarves are all looking at you, but they're not attacking. And Zenko's kind of sitting a little bit, I wouldn't say comfortably, but like nobody seems to be attacking her. You can see below you that Deacon has landed softly. And as you're trying to get your bearings around you as a group, about 30 seconds pass where weapons aren't drawn towards you. And then you notice a sort of like clearing of the streets, and then you notice this gnarled old dwarf, gray through and through, long beard, way past his belt line, going down his back, almost halfway down, comes up to you and says, "Aye, have you come to rescue Orbalar?" And that's where we're going to leave off tonight.
Hey, thank you for listening. Please be sure to follow us on social media by searching @TMaTAcast. And if you would like to be an NPC in any one of our episodes, use the hashtag TMaTAcast.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See ya, potato!
See you tomorrow.
I'm Christy.
And this is Josh.
And we are the Mountains and the Sea.
It's a podcast about Prince and his vast musical output.
We look at each and every Prince album.
And ancillary material like fashion, videos, related artists, B-sides, remixes, outtakes.
We choose a high, the mountain, a low, the sea, and a time capsule.
Yeah, those are her dumb rules, not mine.
Josh is a Prince superfan and has been since long before I met him.
That's right, and I pulled Christy over to the purple side with my wit and my charm.
The music helped. Join us every other week, anywhere you get your podcasts, and happy purple listening, friends.
Forge Audio.
Dream it.
Build it.
Share it.